Days of the year, of course. The mad dash into a Walmart store knocked shoppers to the ground near Grand Rapids, Michigan at 5 in the morning. Despite several people falling to the ground, shoppers charged ahead, fixated on doorbuster deals. A 13-year-old girl helping a pregnant woman get up had to be taken away by ambulance. Another woman who was injured was taken to the hospital. Her husband blamed the store for a lack of security.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Randall's Comics. And hope everyone's getting into the Christmas spirit and putting up Christmas lights and stockings. And of course, there's that holiday shopping. And right after Thanksgiving, of course, there's a traditional Black Friday sales. As you can see from that video that I showed at the beginning, that's a little bit older. You really don't have that kind of chaos anymore that was happening here a few years back, but people still go a little bit wild for Black Friday sales. And of course, it's the holiday season and people are shopping for a bargain. But you know, some things that come out about Black Friday sales as far as about potential sellers not, sort of raising the prices on things, and then around Christmas time they drop them, and they seem like, but they're pretty much just regular price. So I was curious about how much people spend during the holiday season. So I put up a little information. And it says here, among Americans who took on debt during the 2024 Christmas season, the average amount accumulated was $1,181. The figure is an increase from the 2023 average of $1,028. Now, some statistics are as prevalence. About 30% of Americans take on debt during the 2024 holiday season. Unplanned debt. The majority of those who incurred debt, around 56%, did not plan to do so. That's usually the case. Who wants debt? And most payment method. Most consumers with holiday debt, 65%, use credit cards, often with high interest rates, 20% or higher. Yeah, those credit cards are like, some of them are what, 20% interest. You'll be paying on this stuff till next year. And of course, payoff timeline. 40% of those with debt expected it would take 5 months or longer to pay off their balances. Demographics. Millennials and parents of young children are among the most likely groups to take on debt. Men also accumulated slightly more debt on average than women. So having said that, I did do some Black Friday buys, but I used some discretion. I set a budget, and when I went on Whatnot or if I go out shopping, and I pretty much stick with it, and I don't go over it because, like I say, I don't want to be like, bringing just I don't know, blind shopping. But anyway, let's take a look at the grabs that I got for this Black Friday sale, shall we? Stick around. Alrighty. And the first I have here is What If Daredevil Had Killed the Kingpin, #2. And I got these books here, this first set of books, I got these from Pockets Full of Comics. There's Daredevil with his piece. And I got the A Marvel's Tale #102. Nice cover right there. I got a Master of Kung Fu #65. Shang-Chi must choose the lady or the tiger. Either way, it's death. I got a Fantastic Four #154. Like I said, they were doing on Whatnot, the comic book sellers, they were all doing, half off, 60% off on the comic books. So I got pretty good deals. I think total I spent $50 on all these books. And then I have Punisher War Journal. Then the pièce de résistance is #32, Ghost Rider. That is a nice looking. I love that Ghost Rider cover. And the next batch I got was from Comic Tom's. And these were really good books. Lots of redone covers. And I've got the little cheat sheet right here. So, getting started here, we have this is a House of Secrets number 92, Gabriel Del Otto. This is a dress variant. It's a reprint, of course. That is a nice looking cover. And here in the back, you can see that it's limited. And I got this book for like $6. Then we have another Swamp Thing. And this is a Swamp Thing number 1 facsimile Lee Bermejo trade dress variant. Regularly it goes for 15, but I got it for 6. I remember seeing this on one of his shows, but I'll wait around. Look at that. Nice cover. And of course I got this Fantastic Four. Regularly this is $20. The foil. And I got it for 8. Fantastic Four. Silver. This is a reprint of the Silver Surfer's first appearance. Then I got a Batman number 121 facsimile, a Bianchi trade. This was $15. I got it for $4.50. Of course, this is a reprint and updated with that trade cover. Nice cover though. And I won a comic. Yeah, Comic Tom's always has these free pulls. Anyway, that does it for my my Black Friday comic buys. So what do y'all think about Black Friday? Love it? Leave it? Let's discuss on this episode of You Know. Thank you for joining me for tonight's episode of Randall's Comics. And you know, if you like what I brought you, please smash that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell, let you know when I bring out new material. So what do you think about Black Friday? I mean, it's just another, we don't need Black Friday. We can have Black Mondays, Black Tuesdays. Like I said, we don't need any excuse to shop. But like I said, during this holiday season, you know, like I said, any season, you know, just try to maintain a budget, try to stay within that budget, and try not to overspend. Because, like I said, you know, the Christmas season, any season, the holidays, it's about the time you spend with families, and not that the gifts that you be giving or getting. So anyway, thank you for joining for tonight's episode of Randall's Comics and You Know. And as we like to say on this channel, increase the financial piece by not overspending this Christmas season, and use that fish grease to slip out of debt. You guys take care, and I'll see you next time.